Hello everyone, welcome to episode 5 of Shack Bites. This is another cracker where we get to eat.
You nearly said from the shack, didn't you?
I did say from the shack. But I didn't. So we are going to be cooking, well, Dec's cooking today. Dec, one of the things that he's going to be talking about, he's currently in the Big Green Egg and is warming up so that we can eat today, which is a lot of fun. We mentioned in the last episode about the WhatsApp group, so make sure you check that out. I'll try and remember to put in the show notes the link. So if you're on WhatsApp and you want us somewhere to talk about barbecue, get hints, tips, show us what you're cooking, suggest ideas for the podcast, suggest recipes for us to try here on Shack Bites, it's the perfect place for it. It's already pretty lively. There's some legends in there already. Should we give him his weekly shout out? If you want to try something as crazy as a brisket, jalapeno, cream cheese, strawberry jam, egg croissant, then go and see Liam's post in our WhatsApp group. It looks bang on. He nailed it. So, right, okay.
Come on, then what's your cook then?
I'm going to do 2 cooks.
Okay.
They're very similar, actually, weirdly. Been a strange week, which we spoke about in the last episode for myself with work and just time, not enough hours in the day. And one evening I got home and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do a bit of a freezer raid. So I went in and I've got all like vac packed stuff, but because I'm such a lazy sod, I didn't write on what a lot of it was. So I had like stuff like birria and I had like different like chilies and bologneses and things like that. But I did have some meat. It was pretty obvious it was one of 2 things. It was either brisket or it was rib. I just couldn't work out what it was.
Brisket.
Yeah, you did vote brisket. I didn't know what it was because I just put it in the sous vide, turned it on, set it for 2 hours, and just went about my evening.
I mean, what's this dish called? Steve's Mystery Meat.
Steve's Mystery Meat, yeah, yeah. Anyway, turned out it was rib. Very apparent as soon as I opened it. Well, as soon as I lifted it up and decided to defrost, could see that it was rib meat. And I've got a feeling it was from an Aussie rack.
Okay.
Because it was like super fatty. And I remember getting an Aussie rack, I think it was just before Christmas, off Liam, and smoking it and not eating it all because I was the only one that had any. So we had that. So there was me, the missus and the kids. And I did a bit of a play on things that we played with, like mentioning croissants with Liam doing it. Obviously, Black Cactus, infamous for their croissants of milk that they make.
First with that.
Yeah, and if I'm going to do something like that, because I do quite like the sweetness of the vehicle that he's going to carry your dish that you're going to eat. So yeah, I went with croissant. Got some Swiss cheese and torched that on the croissant. Yeah. And then I used the mustard.
It's a better way of doing it. That. Do you know what? Like thinking about that. What I did is I literally just put the cheese on and put them face down on the pan. So
that's what I did here. So I did the exact same thing then because I still had some
hard to sort of like
like you've got to get a
flip on, like to get it back on. Yeah. Sort of like
I got a tip off. Shout out to Chris at Woodfired Feaster from Alfresco Chapel's Open Day, which we haven't spoke about, which was really good. He was there and the queue for him was massive. Yeah, he was there and he was on his own. He didn't have anyone there. And I said, "Do you want a hand, mate?" I was fully expecting him to go, no, you're all right. Anyway, yeah. I went, oh, shit. So I went and helped him. And I was chatting to him. And what he does a mix of, or what he was doing that day anyway, he's like a really soft cheese, 80% used mozzarella, shredded mozzarella, and 20% cheddar. So you get that crispy skirt from the cheddar, but you get the pull and everything from the softer like mozzarella. So if you use Swiss cheese, it'd be like a similar thing. But I just torched it on. Let it melt, and then I put, what did I put on it? I had Carolina mustard from Firefly. I had some of that on it.
One of my favourites.
And what was the creamy element? I think it was just a mayo, you know, like a herby mayo. I scraped that on the top of the bun. So I didn't want a lot of it. I just wanted a creamy element, and then crispy onions and some of the candied jalapenos on there as well.
What? These ones here, mate?
No, same brand. Shout out jalapenos. You know the candied ones in the jar.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah,
is one I made earlier.
Was that from the Christmas thing? Yeah. So he does them in a jar as well. Yeah, it was them. Yeah. You know what they're really nice on? Just nachos, just even nachos.
Banging, mate.
So add that on it, and then sprinkled more cheese on top, and melted that again. But I used mozzarella on the top, so I had some. It was pre-grated naff stuff. I just needed to use it up. With loads of the rib meat. cut it in half, just inhaled it. It was messy as hell.
Yeah, no tweezers going on, man.
No, it was horribly messy, but absolutely banging. Like,
that was my only criticism of doing something on a croissant. That was my only criticism.
Yeah.
It sort of didn't hold up very well.
Yeah. Well, I used a supermarket croissant, but it was like it was the better one.
That's what I think.
Like special or
yeah,
special.
I got the best one that I got in the supermarket.
But I'm thinking if you got like a proper one from bakery,
right,
will it be different? The problem is, it's full of butter in it. So as soon as you got anything warm in there, that butter melts and it just squashes down.
But I mean, the proper naughty stuff. Yeah, like, whether it just falls apart or not,
it was unbelievable. Proper. Yeah, even Anna was like, she's not like mad on smoked meats. And she was like, "Oh my god, that was so good." And then we didn't eat it all because I think it was like 2 ribs worth of meat. So packed it back up, brought it in here the next day, sous vide, and like I said, just had the plancha on the grill, put mozzarella and cheddar on, going off what I'd learnt off Chris. Sliced the croissant, put it on, moved it around, got it all crispy. Just got my spatch, flipped it off, and then just loaded it up again, and just absolutely just nailed it.
I thought you were on a diet.
Mate, I've not been on a diet. I have not been on a diet at all. So that was my first cook, and it wasn't really a cook. I'd already cooked the meats.
Nah, some of them are the best. That's for me. I love having barbecue meats in the freezer.
Yeah.
I just get home and a quick midweek tea, drag a load of stuff out of the freezer. It's like some stuff that would take 12, 18 hours in a big brisket, and you put loads of it in the freezer just on hand.
Yeah.
And you can have your tea cooked in 10 minutes.
Yeah. And it was as good as the day it was cooked.
Yeah, if it's sous vide or not.
Yeah.
Again, if you haven't got a sous vide, I just literally just put it in a pot of water. Same thing, in the packet.
Yeah.
I say hot water.
Yeah.
Try and get it around 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Again, I just make sure it's in there with really hot water. When it gets up to 70 degrees, roughly, I just turn it down to where it would be if it was simmering, and it sort of pretty much stays at that time.
Yeah. The other thing is as well, I've done it. So the way I used to do like pork belly, what's by the way? I used to do pork belly at Pig and Pitchfork. That was all pre-cooked, pre-smoked, and then I'd chill it, slice it, and just put it on the plancha.
Yeah,
like it's thin, like pencil thick.
But I've done that with brisket,
and it
by
just
the way,
brings it right back up.
I've done that with brisket out of the freezer.
Yeah.
Put it straight out of the freezer, pan with a bit of butter on, and literally just flash fry it. It almost makes the outside a little bit crispy.
Well, you get that nice crispiness. But yeah, it was banging. I'd highly recommend it. Like, don't like give your dog your barbecue leftovers that you don't eat. Backpack it, throw it in the freezer for a rainy day.
Definitely.
It was so good, so good. That was my first cook.
Okay. Would you like to hear my first cook?
I'd like to hear your first cook.
So my first cook it's something that I've not done for a while. It's full English on the barbecue.
Yeah.
Now, I love doing a full English on the barbecue. I've done it on the Blackstone a few times, done it on the Camino Joe, done it on the Monolith. But I haven't done it on the Monolith with the fire plate.
All right, okay.
So if ever you've seen a Monolith, you've got a massive fire plate.
It's like a flying saucer.
It's massive, isn't it? It's really heavy. It's just it's so heavy duty, but it's huge. It's almost the distance that it sits off your barbecue is massive. It's probably sits off your barbecue a good.
When I got mine,
you thought it was for the big one.
I thought it was for the. I thought it was the wrong one. I thought it was for the big one.
But it's massive. So
that's how big that one is.
What I know, I know. So I mean, because it was Bank Holiday Monday, I thought I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get the photo up now. So I thought
it'll be up here, by the way.
I'm going to treat myself. Where are we now? So full English. I'm going to treat myself and cook the whole thing on the barbecue. So started off hash browns because they're frozen.
Yep.
Again, I have done it before. I made proper potato rosties on the barbecue as part of me full English. But to be honest, even though it's a bank holiday, it's too much.
To be honest though, mate, they're hard to beat, the frozen ones. The triangles, they're hard to beat. They are hard to beat.
Well, that's what I mean. So I just thought, do you know what? All that rubbish about like grating the potatoes and squeezing the juice out. Oh no, I can't be bothered. So anyway, frozen, straight on, first on, straight away. Barbecue was running around 150 again. You're not really regulating your temp really because it's just direct heat. So straight on, again, sausages on straight away as well.
Yeah.
So starting to colour them each side again, keeping them away from the centre of the barbecue almost, keeping them to the sides, but just colouring them as well. And then once they're nearly cooked, sort of moved them out a little bit, and then everything else really, once they're nearly cooked, them 2 elements are nearly cooked, everything else is almost going on as a flash fry. So, you know, I had black pudding, I had bacon, which I'd cured myself, I had mushrooms, tomatoes, all on there, cooking down, cooking away, again, moving them closer to the heat, to you know, closer to the centre to get a bit more heat on.
That's the beauty of them, though.
And then pulling them away once the sort of...
You've got the outer ring, which is still hot, because obviously it's metal, so heat transfers, but it's almost like that's where you put things. That's your safe zone.
Exactly. So it's almost like, even though you've got this big plancha with almost like the inner ring is your hot bit, and then you've got your safe zone on your outside. And
you don't have to guess because you can see.
You can see what's hot. Exactly. So I had some baked beans.
Yep.
I just literally plonked the tin on.
Just
literally put it right next to the centre. And then right at the death then, I cracked 4 eggs in rings. Again, because because it's almost like sloped as well. If you put eggs on it, it probably would run down. I mean, I reckon I could have put a pool of oil in, I reckon, but just for ease, I like the egg rings just for ease. So egg rings on, and then even I had some tiger bread.
All right.
So for toast, but again, when I say toast, it was like almost dipping it all in that lovely fried juice of all the sausage.
Fried bread.
So it's basically fried egg, fried bread. And then what I did was because again, you've got no sort of lid, sort of as such, you've got no sort of lid. So I just sort of loosened the egg rings. Lifted the egg rings out, and then just flipped them and just give them like 10 seconds on the top side, just so it's not too. You know what I mean? When it's a bit, when the yolk's not fully cooked, I don't.
Bit snotty, aren't they?
When it's a bit snotty, like I'm not a huge fan. So,
do you know what I do for kids? Because Daisy, my youngest, she's a bit like that. She loves the sunny side up egg, but she's like really hard to please with that. Put a cloche on.
I know. I knew as soon as you said that, I thought, why didn't I just put a cloche?
Put a cloche on.
I have got a cloche.
I'm talking like 20 seconds. Sometimes the yolk gets like a white film on because it's still got the white on it, but
I mean, they don't look as good as Liam's eggs, by the way. I mean, they look good though.
I think Liam's eggs are going to be pretty hard to eat. They're like food magazine eggs. Liam's eggs.
They're like food magazine. But see, look, they're not as good like now. You can see I've sort of flipped them. But again,
it's a breakfast
10-second job. So yeah, I mean, they're banging. Absolutely banging. I had some black pudding from Liam. I had sausages from him, and I had the bacon that I cured myself.
I've not done a breakfast on the barbecue I couldn't even tell you the last time.
But like every time I do it, I think, why do I do this more often? It's dead easy as well. The hardest bit actually is if you weren't messing around taking photos, it would be miles easier.
To be fair, it's been a while since I've had a full English for breakfast.
Oh mate, I inhaled it.
I do love a full English, but it's been a while. I remember there was a time when I'd have a full English for my dinner.
Really?
Yeah. A few times that happened. When me and Anna were first together before we had the kids, we'd be in the flat and we were like, "What's you have for dinner?"
Just a full English.
It's a full English. Full English for dinner, massive, big greasy full English before bed. But yeah, I love a full English. I'm going to do one now.
I'm interested.
I'm going to do one. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till everything calms down.
Get that fireplate on. It's just so easy.
Yeah,
fireplate straight on. It's so easy.
That's the other thing as well. Like if you're doing it indoors and you got to have like different pans out, and
that's what I mean. Just for ease. I could have done it on a Blackstone, but again,
the fireplate's cool though.
You actually do get the smoky flavour. That's all I would say. When I've done it on the Blackstone in the past, it's very, very easy, but you don't get any flavour from the smoke. It just tastes like I've done it indoors.
Yeah. No, we'll give it a go. If you've been doing breakfast on a barbecue, do post it in the WhatsApp group and let us know. Yeah,
and again, stuff like like sausage and egg McMuffins. I've seen Finger Rick in Good do a finger muffin or something. Finger muffin for breakfast for Easter breakfast or something.
It's always on the bank holidays, isn't it? People think, oh, I'm having a full English. Yeah, I need to do something. It's been a while.
Banging, mate.
Yeah, it's been a while since I did it.
Banging.
So talking about Easter,
go on, then.
my second cook on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday was a weird one for me because we had plans to come here to the farm, spend it here. We couldn't do it. I explained why in the last episode. But we wanted to do stuff like my kids. They're not grown up. They're like 12 and 14. But my wife's got little nephews and stuff like that. So we used to do like an Easter egg hunt every year with a mum before a mum passed, and they try to keep that tradition going, which is really nice. But we don't want to do it in the same place because there's memories. It was literally on Easter Sunday when we lost her, so It's a bit weird to do it at the same place. It'll freak them out. So we still want to do the things, but we were going to do it here. Couldn't do it here because of all the work that's going on. And then we did it near my house. So I thought, well, I'm local to my house, and I've got a rack of pastrami ribs that I had Liam cure for me, like you did for yourself.
Yeah.
I seen yours and knew I just had to do them. And then whilst he was doing it, I said, oh, do me some beef cheeks as well.
Yeah.
So I got him to cure some beef cheeks. So just before we were about to nip out and go on the Easter egg hunt and all that, just set up the monolith, put on my thermopen signals, my Ghetto. Did you see my Ghetto double rack?
I've got one.
I just ordered like a cheap one off Amazon literally on the day. I'll probably never use it, but I thought I do need one. But I couldn't find one, so I've got like the little monolith as well. So I took the grate out of that, and I got 3 pie tins on the sides and put the grate on top. So I had my ribs on the normal grate, and then I had the Ghetto thing and the beef cheeks on top of it. And yeah, just
that worked well as well because they're a lot smaller. So again, they're lesser. They're not closer to the
good thing about it as well, which whether it made any difference or not, I don't know. It's hard. I'd never know. I'll be able to compare it. I mean, I was thinking, well, all the juices are going to be dripping onto the ribs, so they're going to be juicy. Yeah, they're going to be juicy. So yeah, just let that rock about 115, 120.
Did it like I said? Did it come up to temperature really?
Yeah.
I don't know whether
2 hours.
That's what I mean.
I had to run home. We were around the corner. We've got this little park, we call it Little Red Park. It's got a red slide on it, and like our kids used to play in and everything. And we was around the corner, Little Red Park. And my phone started beep, 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 beep. I was like, what's this? Like 67 degrees. I thought, oh man, I'm gonna. So I had to leg it home, take the thing off, wrap it, and I just at that time I thought, well, I'm here now. I'm opening it. The beef cheeks weren't as far along, but I thought they've got smoke now. They've got
smoke.
Yeah. So took them out, and I had a load of beef dripping in like a deep gastro. Put them in there, so it was just covered.
Like confit.
Confit them tightly.
I've never confit anything in my life.
It's nice. It's really nice.
And it doesn't make it all like greasy.
Nah, really nice. Really nice. Really tightly put foil out. I put them in the oven. Just put the oven on, I think about 120, 125. Just let them sit in there. Didn't even put another probe in. Just thought, they're going to take about 4 hours now to finish. Put them in, left them, wrapped my ribs, put them back on the barbecue, knocked it up by about another 5-10 degrees, put them back in.
Did you have a water pan in there?
Had a water pan in there.
And I think that's mimicking the almost steaming.
Yeah.
It's adding. It's not quite at steaming.
It's just keeping that moisture in it. Like you want
adding
moisture.
To it, I think.
They were great ribs.
Yeah.
Really like marbled, really nice ribs. Yeah. They had a gouge across the top, which when I messaged Liam and said, I'm not complaining about it because it's not like I've gone competition ribs or anything. Yeah. But so obviously there'd been like a slice that no one had noticed, and even Liam said, "Oh, I didn't notice that. I wouldn't have sent you them." I was like, "That's fine. I just pointing it out, like, but it's fine. It's no issue. It's not going to affect anything." So yeah, then come home and my house smelled. I'm not going to say the word. Phenomenal.
Did it smell?
But my house smelled amazing, mate. Yeah. Like so nice. And it's a different smell in it, pastrami, to when you're doing like the smell is slightly different.
What rub did you use? I was going to ask.
So on
not use a pastrami rub.
Yeah, on the ribs I did pastrami rub, Angus and pastrami rub. Yeah, because I did it weirdly when you said that's what you use, and I was in my cupboard. I'm sure I've got one of them, and I found it in the cupboard.
It's good.
Yeah, it was an old one, so it was probably out of date, but it was still fine.
Yeah, I used one that was out of date.
So put that on them, but on the cheese, because I didn't want it exactly the same, I did. Do you remember when I did?
It's hard because you're not like. For me, you try and not put rubs on it that's heavily salted. That's why it's hard.
So this is where I think, because I said it was slightly salty, not too salty for me, but it was definitely salty.
But any addition of salt could tip it over.
I had, and I couldn't remember what it was. I had like a shaker in the cupboard, and what I think it was half and half Firefly, Black Magic, and the Lone Star.
I remember when you did that.
And it was on the brisket, and I thought, well, I may as well just use this, and I threw it on. And as I was putting it on, I went, oh. But I thought, sod it, I'm in now. So I only did one side. Only put it on. I didn't flip them and do it. I thought I'm just going to leave it at that. And so come home, took them out, got everything out, and I just thought, I didn't eat any of it on Sunday. So I just undone my ribs, let them cool for a bit, undone the ribs, sliced into them, got that picture that I posted in the group, which I've probably posted up here. And then with
the colours, like
it's like beetroot red.
It's like fluorescent red.
It's crazy, and the texture's different as well.
It's unbelievable.
Really, really nice. So did that. Did the beef cheeks. Took the beef cheeks out of the oil. I could tell just by holding them. Like at one point, I was holding them with 2 hands because I thought if I try and hold them like that, they're just going to fall apart. That's how soft they were. Vac packed everything, and then I come in here and I did a similar thing. I did similar thing. I've not spoken about that, but I did tacos.
Yeah.
So what I did was it was like a cheapskate birria taco, but with pastrami beef. I was in Aldi and they did this little jar of birria paste.
Okay.
So it was basically all the proper spices for birria and the chilies.
Chili.
Yeah, all the proper stuff, but all pre-done into a paste. And I got the big green egg going. Got one of them metal pans from the Cadai in there. A little bit of water, paste, a stock jelly in it. I'm not lying, mate. I'd sous vide the ribs and the cheek back up, and the cheek when I took it again, I had to hold it with 2 hands over the pan, and I just went hardly any, just went like that, and it just went just shredded, but it was all juicy, and you know when it's the collagen in it, the collagen isn't it? Like it's sticky.
Well, I just think it's always a cross between a beef cheek for me is a cross between a brisket and a rib.
It's unbelievable. So I did that, and then with the rib, my idea was I was going to do beef cheek tacos because it was me and a couple of David and Annie, who was there in the office. I was doing it for our lunch. So I was going to do beef cheek tacos and then slice the rib.
That's what I was going to say. I'd have shredded and then sliced.
Yeah. So sliced the rib, had that on the side. Done all my tacos, let it cook through for about half an hour, so it all incorporated with the spices and everything. Toasted my tacos on the flat plate, and I diced up some white onion, chopped some coriander. I think that was all I had on it. Yeah, that was all I had on it. So toasted tortilla. Oh, feta cheese. Bit of feta cheese. Because I didn't want to do the birria thing with the cheese. I couldn't be bothered. So, yeah.
It's always good on tacos.
Oh, it's banging. And then the last one, I put a little bit of hot honey on it as well. And that just made it really nice. And what I did was, I got the slices of rib and just put little slices of rib on top. And like they were like, oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever tasted.
Yeah, I love like pastrami is one of my favourites. I don't know why I don't do it more often.
It was.
And if you can get your butcher to cure it for you, it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah. If you use Liam, catering butcher, if you mention that you that's what you want to do, you want to make pastrami ribs, or you want to make pastrami from a brisket, or you want to make pastrami beef cheeks, so whatever it is that you want to do, he will cure it. Obviously, I'm assuming there'll be a charge for doing it, but Liam's an absolute ledge. I can't see him taking the mick.
Yeah. A lot of butchers, by the way, they all have like tubs.
Yeah.
With the brine and that in.
Yeah.
I've had it when my dad's cured it for me before.
Yeah.
So
and he'll do it. He'll put it in the vac pack with the brine, and he'll say to you, right, leave it in there for a minimum of
so many
5 days.
So yeah, just speak to your butcher.
Yeah, and then take it out, rinse it off in a tap, and just cook it how you normally would. Deck is absolutely right. I would be careful about salty rubs because it's in there for 5 days. So the salt is seeping and permeating through the meat. But yeah, that was my long-winded second cook pastrami birria tacos, which was, man, I've still got 3 beef cheeks in the freezer and two ribs, so I'll bring them in at some point, and we'll have them on Chat Bites. So
would you like to hear my
let's do it, man.
My cook. So I've got pork belly burnt ends.
Yes,
3 ways.
Yes, you are.
3 ways, mate. I did a selection, so I've done a selection at home, and then I've brought some in today. So I smoked the belly, just rubbed it, put a rub on it, smoked the belly around 130 in the barbecue with a couple of chunks of wood. I can't remember what wood I used. I think I just used some plum wood. Again, I've got loads of plum trees in the garden, so I just used loads of plum wood, a few chunks of plum wood in there, smoked the full belly until it got to 91 degrees. So 91 degrees, took off the barbecue, and then chucked it in the fridge. I mean, I was cooking a Iberico pork collar at the same time. So again, for me, it's probably one that if you were just smoking something, I would just smoke I wasn't even planning on doing them. I just thought, you know what? If I've got the barbecue on for that period of time and I've got space, just chuck that full piece of belly on. Because, you know, I can...
Well, like you say, you're not going to eat it that day. So
I mean, I could do it
the next day, you could eat it the next week, you could eat it next month.
That's what I mean. So I thought, well, I'll just do it. You've brought it up to 91 degrees. You've got all that fat rendering and broke down. And then all I did is last night, I cut the sides off. So you've sort of just, it squares it up a little bit more. Again, it sort of makes it look a bit better because your rub naturally goes around the sides of it. So you slice it up, slice it into cubes, and then the first one I use this Melinda's Polynesian Hawaiian barbecue dipping sauce.
Or what other people call it is lava in a bottle of lava.
one flavour.
It's got one chili on it out of a rating of 5. And he went, yeah, I'll just taste that. Blew my head off.
So I used that. So I glazed in that. And then I finished it off with a piece of pineapple on top. You know, keeping with the Hawaiian theme.
I've seen the pictures, look pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the other one, I used this rib candy peach cranberry habanero. It's quite thin, so it wasn't as much as a...
I really like the taste, though.
Yeah, it just wasn't as much as
it's
a
very thin
glaze as the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Still good.
Because it's called rib candy and it's... I don't know, I expected it to have more viscosity to it.
It's called Texas pepper jelly.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's very thin, very loose. I think is probably a better word.
Yeah, all I did is again put the barbecue on 130, 140 degrees. I dipped the cubes in the velvet glazes, and then obviously I finished it off. So I finished this one off with some jalapenos, full candy rings, and some green jalapeno flakes. Yeah, or jalapeno.
As if it wasn't hot enough yet.
Yeah, so I added that onto it. So again, it looked really, really good. Yeah. And then what we've got is today we've got peach tea. So
before the roof blew off the office, which we spoke about last time, we had a similar thing. We had a pork belly in the fridge that needed cooking.
Yeah,
we weren't planning on eating it anytime soon, so I thought, right, we'll cook it.
Yeah,
chill it, and freeze it.
But again, you only need to glaze it and bring it back up to temperature half an hour.
Yeah. We didn't get a chance to.
30
the roof blew off and we forgot about it. But I'd made the peach tea glaze, which was Wilson Barbecue's recipe, but with less sugar. And yeah, we forgot about the pork belly in the fridge, and we had to end up throwing it away because it was there for about a week.
So the last one we're going to do then is peach tea.
Yeah.
Burnt ends.
Yeah.
Are we going to finish it with a jalapeno?
Yeah.
Maybe
one of them.
Shall
I check them?
Yeah. Have a little look.
We'll
see
check
what
them for
I'm happy as long as it's like 70 degrees. I think we'll be right. I mean, they're looking. You can see by the way they actually look.
They're looking really good, mate.
I'm happy with that. By the way,
69 I can go with. It's a number I like.
I'm happy with 69.
Let's just check the centre of that bit again.
I mean, that's
fine.
Me to be fair.
Yeah,
so take a little photograph of that one.
Yeah. We'll take a photograph now, and then we'll get that up on the screen.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. What I will do...
Got a little fork or anything, or have you got your tweezers with you, mate?
Oh, no tweezers today,
You're kidding me, man. Have you got a spoon here?
Let me...
clean spoon.
Let me open this up.
You all right with that? Yeah. What I think you should do is, there's 3 that are uniform, so I think you should put the 3 uniform ones in there for now.
Okay. Is this for photograph?
For photography reasons.
Mate. Can I put more sauce on?
No, I don't think you should. I can't remember. I think you should put more sauce on.
Yeah, because the hot sauce is a bit thin.
Why don't you just stick this on?
Well, let's stick it there. We'll get a picture and post it on. I think we should go more sauce, mate.
Do you?
Yeah. Should we go more sauce? I'm asking like I'm not already pouring it on.
I'm not really that bothered, to be honest with you. Right, I'm going with tweezered jalapeno on.
Shall I get a picture?
Can do, mate. Do I get a picture of me almost like tweezering?
Yeah. In studio.
Oh, it's running off. This is Steve's bag, this, mate.
Let me clean my thing.
It's never been my bag, this
Go on.
plating, mate. If I was in a restaurant, they wouldn't be having me as plating.
Go on, that'll do you. Look at that. Right. Beautiful.
So then.
It's going to be very hot, though.
No, it's not.
I'm going to get some tissue ready.
What about this? What about a bit of green jalapenos on top?
Yeah, whack a bit on. Don't go crazy with that stuff, though, Dick. I've all got an asbestos tongue. Jalapeno on jalapeno.
Jalapeno on jalapeno on jalapeno. I mean,
let me.
What do they look like, mate? Because I have absolutely amazing.
Oh, that's a better angle, actually.
Well,
right, okay, we're gonna.
There you have it, folks.
We did this last time. It's funny because when I was editing the last podcast, all you could hear for the last 5 minutes was.
I said that.
It's good. This good.
They don't like that, do they?
It's a food podcast, man.
Yeah, but you know what people are like.
Right. So if you are listening in the car and you're not seeing the video,
I mean, have you seen that?
You're going to want to see these pictures. Go on, mate. I mean, chef's choice.
Yeah.
Bastard, you got my one. What is okay? I'll go with this one. Here we go.
Mate.
Here we go.
Mate. I think that's the perfect amount, sweet and spicy.
That's really good. I don't know if you can see on the camera. I'll try and get it. It's like perfect bite through. Yeah, man.
I'm seeing.
Pork belly, when done right, is very, very difficult to beat.
So that's only come back up to 70 degrees.
That was really good. So
it does work. Just you only need to bring it back up to 70. You don't need to bring it back up to 90.
I watched a video of Black Cactus doing it. They're obviously the masters at it. They've absolutely nailed that. Massive chunks of pork belly. And they've got them all pre-cut. And it looks like they do a lot of the bringing them back up with a blowtorch. So
I've seen that.
We'll definitely be interested in having a chat with the lads about that and how
Have
they do
you seen what they've put on today?
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to burst your bubble because you brought pork belly.
no, mate, I'd seen it and I just thought, wow. It just, that just puts mine to shame. Like, it looked.
I mean, they just seem to, everything that they do just seems to up.
Did you see it?
The previous.
So they did it was a bacon pork belly burnt end with deviled egg mayo, bacon sugar crumb. It was just, but the picture of it as well was just visibly looked.
I mean, their photography
so
is amazing, but the ideas they come up with, like, it's hats off to it. It's almost, you can sort of see where they're going, like deviled egg, bacon, pork belly. It's almost like a breakfast.
Yeah, I know.
It's like bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs.
But yeah, phenomenal. Them lads are amazing. Hopefully speaking to and doing a few more things with those in the future. If you see those lads sporting our design on their T-shirts, they have purchased a couple of community cookout T-shirts because they very kindly allowed us to use an image which had our friend Wayne in, who we lost this year, and he's in front of one of their smokers with Black Cactus wrote on it, and it's an illustration, but we didn't want to just have it as I said, is it okay to still have your name on it? And they're like, yeah, of course. You know, we respected Wayne a lot, liked him a lot, had a lot of time for him. Can we buy a couple of T-shirts? So hats off to the guys, because they didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? They didn't have to. And I know it's it's a T-shirt, but fair play to them. You enjoy that, Deg. I'll sign us off, mate. That is it for this Shack Bites. Let us know what you think. Please do try this pork belly. Cook it, chill it, reheat it, sauce it, love it, enjoy it. And right, we'll see you next week. It is the Community Cookout special episode for episode 6. And yeah, we'll see you then. Take care.